this, y'all. See that? That's trauma. I haven't spoke to y'all in a while. Hold up, I'm about to get comfortable and plug this in because I'm really about to say some stuff to y'all real quick. I haven't came to y'all in like 10 days. It's been a lot of attacks, a lot of stuff I'm about to put y'all on game about what's been taking place. Hey, peace to the gods and goddesses first and foremost. What I'm saying? Severe points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out my hearing beings here. You feel me? Hold up real quick. Let me plug this bitch in real quick, y'all. I just get confirmation as soon as I talk to y'all. Hold up. I ain't even going front for like I haven't spoke to y'all in like 10 days. Y'all know I be speaking for the children first and foremost, but this ain't one of them lives, y'all. It's not one of them lives. So, you know what I'm saying? If you come across this, you know what I mean, regularly, y'all get on my shit, check some shit. You feel me? You see this? Don't even really listen to this live. This ain't even for the children for real. I mean it is, but you know what I'm saying? You might hear me cuss, you might hear me say a few things. You get what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about that right now as far as where we going. So I'm about to say some few things. So let me get it right again. You know what I'm saying? It's a rude points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my gods and goddesses and all high vibrational hearing beings. What it is with y'all. So y'all know a lot's been taking place. Y'all know this radiation has been increasing. You're hearing a lot more people talking about everything that I've been talking about the changes that's taking place on the planet, even if they don't know anatomically what's happening with everybody's DNA right now, for the better or the worse. You get what I'm saying? As this old ozone layer is damn near gone, right? Now, as we go forward, you seeing people regardless of their genetic makeup. Remember I told y'all, the sun is separating us from anybody with animal DNA right now. Europeans, Arabs, Asians, anybody that share gene sequences of several of the same animals that make them up as an organism, different percentages of those same animals. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's happening at a fast rate right now. Now, you hear a lot of people talking about that P. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it right. I think it's like the P136 chromosome deletion or whatever. Right? You seeing a lot of that with people that's unnatural, that don't have a biological identification of the planet right now. Now, as we go forward and stuff like that, y'all know with all the information coming out and how I told y'all it was going to come out, how they was going to be trying to provoke us more. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the human beings that can take what's coming out, even if they have known, and that's not trying to attack black people. You know what I'm saying? Either directly or off of that, right? Because there's a lot of people that, it's been a lot of confused admiration with us all along, our whole species, ever since day one. You feel me? It's the loudest, it's the most silent but loudest war. You feel me? Especially for the black man. But as we go forward, y'all, I just want to give y'all faith just to keep going. You get what I'm saying? I told y'all I wasn't going to really be on here talking to y'all, giving any videos, because as we go forward, I'm fighting a lot of demons around me. I told you I'm in the heart of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the richest county of all like the 50 states, the most racism, the most money, the most self-absorbed entitlement, stuck upness. I'm in all of it. Y'all seen the video that I put out the other day as the gang stalking starts. I told y'all how it always starts with neuromelanated people as especially if you know more certain information. Like if you're in like a financial struggle, which kind of happens a lot, where people becoming more aware that's in a financial struggle, and as you kind of start getting back on your feet, or you making them whatever calculus decisions deemed in this society monetary gain wise, right, you'll start being harassed. You feel me? That's why I posted that video yesterday, and y'all seen that shit. You hear what I'm saying? I got all the views. Y'all seen that shit. That was a sergeant. Y'all seen an army outfit and everything. Y'all seen me kick over that shit. Y'all seen me. I kicked that motherfucker over. You feel me? Because it's like I'm not fucking playing about really what's going on. And that's the set. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That I got that on video. He actually came to me a whole separate time, like 4 or 5 days before that. And when he came in, he was shook. But then he came back again, meaning like he came in to harass me, but he didn't really have a reason, so he left. You feel me? And I already read his whole energy. I already knew that he was going to come back in and start some shit. I really should have recorded it then. I already felt this whole shit. You right? then he comes back in and he's like, what are you doing here? You know, George Mason's a public college, right? You know what I'm saying? I would go in there like right before work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And heat up my little oatmeal or whatever, then be on my way or whatever, right? But so he really know he didn't have a reason to talk to me. But as he spoke to me that day, he spoke to me for like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even disrespect him, but I let him know what was going on and let him know without telling him directly of my reason of knowing why he came to me. You feel me? And when I told him that, he was so shook, he didn't even continue to harass me. He kind of just walked off. You know what I'm saying? So the video that y'all seen, that's a continuation from a whole nother day. You feel me? So yeah, so it's been picking up as I've been focusing back on myself and shit. People been coming to my job trying to like cough and shit. Now, I know that fake cough shit I tell y'all about. People been trying to provoke me, going out their way, coming to my job to try to create a reaction out of me and stuff. Like, it's diabolical on his shit, y'all. But it's like, where we at right now, I feel like it's just me against the world. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not trying to harm no one or anything like that, but I know who's against me, and I can feel energy more and more as this radiation increases. I'm able to feel energy and damn near read people's minds, y'all. Like that's why it's like I don't even like to be in public places, because I just pick up on stuff that other people don't pick up on. You get what I'm saying? And proof of it is even when it be like me a lot of times with people, and like it's just like a random place, and it'll be like me and a random ass person, and they be on some fuck shit. You feel me? And I sense it a lot of the most recent times. I've been saying shit because I haven't been having the composure just to keep it, you know what I mean, and ignore it. I've been saying shit, and they'll look at me like how the fuck did you know? You know what I'm saying? I had another person come back to me one of the last 4 times, and they came up to me and they was like, bro, are you like fucking Magneto or something? And I just walked off. You feel me? Because I'm tired of so much shit, y'all. It's the bullshit. It's the bullshit, and I see so much ugliness in people. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not even just saying this because I've been through a lot of financial struggles in my life, but the people with like I know it's people that's not like this with money, but I see most of the most ugliness shit in people with the most money, y'all. And it's just like it's like irritating to even be around them, even with everything that's coming out right now. You get what I'm saying? It's insane. You're seeing white people talk about the system and stuff, not even knowing anything of genetics and really what this shit falls down to. You feel me? That's talking about a lot of shit and how they're feeling draining, and they're just feeling like they're just going along, going to work, doing the same thing, but they feel like they don't even have energy for that shit. They don't even know why the fuck they doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like this is where we're at right now. It's gonna get worse too. It's gonna pick up even more. I told y'all. But I just came in here just to check in with y'all briefly, because y'all know I value y'all. I really do. But man, protect y'all energy. You feel me? Protect y'all energy, because these demons is like in people. And as far as like us that's chosen, as far, and I'm gonna get this straight. I'm gonna say this. No disrespect to my human beings that be fucking with me and all of that, but I'm gonna just tell you flat the fuck out. There ain't no motherfucking way that you chosen and you unnatural to the fucking planet. You feel me? Your whole species has been causing disruption since y'all been in this bitch. You feel me? Y'all don't know how to be civil. Y'all gotta try to make us seem like we're less than, to make yourselves feel bigger and feel superior, because y'all not comfortable with yourselves even to start with. You feel me? Like y'all been causing so much shit, and this end game, and it's all coming out right now. And you can feel race. You can feel however the fuck you want to feel. I do not give a fuck how you feel. I'm gonna be honest with you at this point, because Mother Nature is doing whatever, regardless of if I never speak to y'all again or something was to happen to me right now. Mother Nature has taken over. Y'all are not protected no more. You feel me? And this is a beautiful thing for me to see happen, because I know all the problems that this shit caused, and all the shit that was made up around to not see really what the real problems is, or even who is causing it. All this shit has been surface level. You get what I'm saying? I'm not mad at some people for knowing certain surface level shit, because a lot of shit like that, you know, it's on purpose. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me? But y'all gotta really get down to the get down. You feel me? There's a lot of people talking about shit right now. You feel me? What it is, Gabrielle? What it is? You get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of crazy shit going on right now, and y'all know I've been on the forefront of this shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm so past giving a fuck if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm nervous of people. You feel me? Like for themselves, literally, because I know how unaware a lot of people really still are. But don't get me wrong, it's a lot of people playing stupid, y'all, but a lot of people really aren't playing stupid. A lot of people, y'all see people saying it in different ways about timelines and who's going to ascend and all of that, but a lot of people, due to how bad the indoctrination on all levels, not just education wise, you feel me, they can't see the forest past the trees, literally. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much proof they see in front of them, who tells them How, you know what I'm saying? Like they're lost. You feel me? They're lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't get mad at them. It was 10-10 when I said that too. You can't get mad at them. You feel me? Like I'll tell y'all this. At times, of course, I might say certain shit, but I have more empathy and compassion for everybody because I know how when I think about it, I know how I would feel to be unnatural to the planet and know what's happening to me or what's in connection to me of what I forgot about, what's still connected to me. You get what I'm saying? If you forget your past, you're deemed to repeat it. You know, a lot of people forgot what happened in the 1600s. A lot of people forgot the cannibalism. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forgot all of this. You know what I'm saying? These unnatural people have been causing so much destruction on the planet since they've been here. They think they're supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them really think that. Like really think that. You know, and their rude awakening, even while they're facing complications, their anatomy right now, it's like, y'all, it's there's no limit to what they can do. I'm just telling y'all straight. I've been telling y'all this, but it's about to pick up even more because a lot of us forgot how barbaric they are and how primitive they are. You know what I'm saying? Because and forever, I don't even know how we could even forget that with what's been done to us, as if like physical slavery even stopped. Like how much over the past 10 years, how much of us have gotten shot and killed by slave catchers? Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? All types of this. You know what I'm saying? Like they cause these distractions, and this shit is purpose. And we think we get injustice, and the same thing happens over and over, the same cycles. Come on now, like, and we still some of us that still believe like we still need to find justice in this system that was designed completely strategically, like premeditated against us. You feel me? And some of us still think that we can find it. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta tell y'all, you gotta get their dick out your brain. You feel me? Like for real, like it's really bad. So it's unnatural people that's talking about how important it is on the internet right now for everybody to have all control and all control of the growth and development of their children. No white kid needs to be educated by that educational system by their own species. You can raise your own child and have that child come up way better. You know what I'm saying? Way better. You know, and something that's supposed to be so for you and so positive. Why is it enforced then? You get what I'm saying? Anything that's really true of real value for your growth, for you to evolve, right? That's gonna be something that you're already gonna gravitate towards. You feel me? So I mean that speaks for itself. But yeah, my cash app is sun being 9. Like SUN, like the money sign SUN BEING and then 9. But like I'm saying, y'all, it's y'all really gotta protect y'all energy because it's so much people right now. It's so much people right now that are it's some people. There's a lot of people that's doing it directly, attacking people that's chosen. But then it's like a lot of people that's like, you get what I'm saying? Like it's almost like how Jay said. You know what I mean? Any hip hop fans. You know, like what Jay say on that song? He said, if it ain't directed directly at me, I don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? No, like that's real, y'all. Like, but it's so much going on right now, and you know, it's stuff that I want to get into detail because there's a lot of people that's been coming up to me asking about like my situation with my son, me being alienated from my child and everything. I'm still waiting on that DNA test that I just paid for. You know what I'm saying? It's been I took that DNA test the day before Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I paid like over like $400 for that shit. Like I took that the day before Thanksgiving. We about to be tomorrow in January, right? It's been like over a month with her saying she know that that's my child. But what is you procrastinating on going and take that mouth swab for? You know what I'm saying? Why you know what I'm saying? Why are you being so difficult? You know what I'm saying? For me just to find out that my son is my son. You feel me? I'm prepared for whatever. I'm gonna be honest. If he wasn't, I already know how I'm gonna go about that too. You know, but at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, though, it just shows you like the demon that I was really dealing with, along with that's still trying to create confusion after I've been gone years and still not all the way back from the abuse even from her. You know what I'm saying? Besides even the child alienation, you feel me? Like for real, y'all. I'm happy that all this shit happened because it made my anatomy change a lot faster than the average neuromelanated being out here. You know what I'm saying? And I know that that's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the universe allowed for it to play out exactly how it did, for me to ascend a little bit faster, you know, and be able to use it properly, just by the person I was before even coming into information I know now. You get what I'm saying? I was already rebellious. You know what I'm saying? When I was ignorant, you know what I'm saying? Like I was already like that. I already didn't care if people didn't like me, but I always was a good person. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was doing bad stuff, I always was a good person. I didn't try to hurt people. You know, I never try to hurt a child. Like for real, I was always a certain type of person. So put it like this: I fit exactly to know the information in the area I'm in and everything. It's all together, right? But I'm gonna be real with y'all though. As we go forward, these attacks is gonna pick up because I'm gonna tell you, there's so much people right now that the information that's already came out don't even want that information. If they could have go back in time, they didn't even want that information to come out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that like the division, even besides like us even like just division of just the monetary system alone. You know, money brackets, using superficial materialistic stuff to try to make people feel inadequate. There's a lot to make themselves feel better inside. There's a lot of people like that. So it's like the fact that this system crushing how it is, it shows all of that, really what that's about, and how that wasn't even real to start with, you know? And just everything coming out right now goes against all reality as we know it. But I told y'all though, mainly as far as like the cold weather and shit like that, I told y'all that's like the main attack on homeless people. For real. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's always been that. Because you really think about it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Really think about this what I'm about to tell y'all. When like an average like person, it's like any state for real, right? Like when it gets like really cold and stuff like that, regular people have like houses to go in and stuff. They can escape. Only time they go in and they dealing with the cold is coming like out of their car to go in the store or some shit like that, or from their car to their house or some shit like that. You feel me? They're not really in the cold like that, like, you know, or if they choose to be in the cold and like go for a walk, it's by choice, right? That's basically what I'm saying. It's by choice, right? The only place like for real, homeless people can go when it gets cold outside, right? And I'm about to break this down to y'all. It's really like a mall. A college, that's if it's like a what do you call the college, right? And like a library. That's it. Anywhere else, it's like you got to be spending money. It's in and out. It's transactional. You know the times we live in right now, right? Now a lot of these places, right? Now, no, I really want y'all to hear me out. We know holidays are pagan holidays and all that. We find it out now, but like let's say like we didn't know that, right? Say we didn't know that holidays season and stuff is supposed to be all about love. The time when you're supposed to be more about with family and all of that, right? Enjoying moments that you should be enjoying regularly. Like, it shouldn't be a specific day for this shit, right? But let's just say, right? So these are the holidays, these seasons and stuff, right? Now remember I told you those 3 places where homeless people can go, right? Anyone that's struggling financially or anything, right? Those places in the holiday seasons, these holiday days and shit like that, when it's supposed to be like the most loving in the air and all of that, right? Those places will be closed, y'all. You get what I'm saying? For real. Like those places, a lot of those places will be closed, you know? And it'll be it's almost like a death wish for like a person that's like financially struggling or don't have like a home or nowhere to go and shit, don't have a car. You get what I'm saying? But we know that stuff is set like your hygiene when you're eating, and what's the other one? Like your shelter. Those things will be affected the moment you start financially struggling, regardless of any reason. You know, so any reason you're gonna be hit with those things as if like a punishment for you not like being in order, I guess, right? You know what I'm saying? But how much people do we know are playing the game and still struggling? Even people that wouldn't even say it, you know, because they don't want the viewpoints of how I'm doing the viewpoints. They don't want the viewpoints of how other people are gonna look at them and shit. You know what I'm saying? People that you know that they got respect for and stuff. You know, they might not want them to look at them different. You know, if someone really love you shouldn't feel like that. They gonna fuck with you regardless, good or bad times. You know, but y'all know how labels get put on people though, right? So like I said, I value y'all, but I really want to tell y'all, man, like, one of the things that y'all got to watch going forward, right? More than like anything right now, right? And there's been a lot of stuff that's really been showing it for real, but really watch who y'all having sex with. This has always been something to watch out for, right? But mainly now, and the times that we're in, you know, how sex, there's no discipline with it, right? I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to call no gender out specifically. I'm just saying altogether, right? Because males can catch stuff also. So I'm not trying to call women out right now, but y'all do dictate sex unless a man don't want to have sex with you. But I'm not trying to call y'all out, but I'm just saying with the times that we living in, the diseases that are going around right now because of no discipline, people don't use it for the right reasons, you know. Even with how babies, a lot of these recent babies are created, it wasn't even by choice. It's like by accident and stuff, off of having sex recklessly. You know what I'm saying? With people for the wrong reasons, lustful and stuff like that. In the moment, Lord, dopamine hits. You feel me? Like constant gratification. You know what I mean? People don't want to people don't want to put work and stuff no more. Anything that's of real value, integrity, respect, character, dignity, all that's like out the window. And the more you are of like that type of person, you still have that stuff. It's almost like you're attacked by like an energy of the opposite, like almost how it feels, right? But I just want to tell y'all, keep y'all head up, man. This is so much. I'm a really peep y'all tears as soon as I get out of my situation about like a lot. It's a lot that I'm gonna start doing like a whole. I told you about narcissism. I want to do like, but I'm gonna have like a separate page for that and stuff. But I also want to talk about I want to talk about gang stalking, right? Because that's something that's really big to me. Like where it was like I was being gang stalked before I came into any of this information. It's so scary to me in a way. Not scared like I'm scared, but like it's just wild. Like I get flabbergasted about the shit because I'm like, all the shit that I know now and looking back what was happening to me when these things was happening, I didn't know that's why them things was happening. And it almost makes me feel like, even if I can't prove it, almost like, damn, like someone or something knew that I was going to come into the information that I was. So it was like almost trying to like prepare me and mold me, with a certain level of like trauma beforehand or before coming in that information or something. Like no lie, y'all. Like even down to the harassment of like, you know what I mean, by slave catchers and stuff. We know that happens with us neuromelanated males and stuff like that in general. You get what I'm saying? But the level of it, and anybody in these areas, they'll tell you it was even more than in these areas that would happen to another neuromelanated male. You know what I'm saying? Like without valid reasons, stuff like it was just wild stuff that was happening. And then what I know now, like it's just insane. I'm talking about type stuff where it was like I'm at a bus stop and slave catchers are making up stuff to run up on me like 8-9 deep, stopping traffic. You get what I'm saying? Marked and unmarked type shit. I'm talking about like shit like that. You know what I mean? And stuttering when they talking to me, trying to get their story together. Like it's you know what I mean? I'm talking about like paramercenary groups type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like no bullshit. It's a lot that I'm a peep y'all to, and I almost feel like that's why I'm going through all of this, because it's like so much information on so many different levels that I have to give to y'all, that like all of this stuff is damn near, when I be talking to y'all all of these years, it's all relevancy to like what's going on now, what we're in. But I could never really tell y'all this from like a comfortable state, because I'm at war, y'all. I'm in hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell y'all, there's no greater depression, definitely for a neuromelanated being first, but even an unnatural being, if you can suppress the animal DNA and really have a heart, right, and understand like right and wrong, there's no greater depression than really knowing the system that you're living in and how it's orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? How it's enforced, and then the attacks that come from people that are in fear or just don't know. You know what I mean? Along with you seeing everything for what it is. Like it's really insane. It's even more insane. It speaks a lot about negative energy and stuff, because it's even more insane how far out we are with everything. That's like way more than enough information has already came out where it shouldn't be to the level it is, of chosen ones, you know what I mean, getting attacked on the internet, you know what I'm saying, while they're live. Like people, like, you know what I'm saying, like I know that this really is like certain people have like a job, because it's like, you think about it, like a lot of y'all bots be coming in people's lives and stuff, and if you think about it, like what type of mental illness is it to not like what somebody is saying and disagree with them but still keep watching them and then try to taunt them while they're giving information to the people that align with them or agree with what they're saying? You know what I'm saying? Like what type of mental illness is that, right? Like it's almost like you're being controlled. So it's like it's really like a lot of shit going on right now, y'all. But like I tell y'all, just protect y'all energy. You know what I'm saying? Protect your energy. Watch who you're having sex with. Eat right. You know what I'm saying? Watch what you're putting in your body on all levels. You know what I'm saying? Not just what you're eating, what you're watching, you know, what you're listening to, your music wise. You know what I mean? If you watch TV, social media, you know what I'm saying? Don't be letting so much violence enter your body. You know what I'm saying? Like it, the ways that you would think of how you're not programmed, right? Like I'm telling y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all a lot of this stuff as I get more comfortable and all the way out of my situation. I'm gonna break this shit down to y'all to your T. I'm talking about like pen and paper. You know what I'm saying? Like terminology, certain words to look up where it's like I don't want to say certain words without like having like a whole viewpoints on it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit like so y'all can really know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of wild shit going on. You know, and at the end of the day, y'all know my stance from the jump start about all of this shit. It's all about all children at the end of the day, you know? Like I said, and I always point out, it's certain stuff that I always point out. You can only be so focused on, I don't care how much us being in a monetary system and a punishments for not having enough as inflation is here, right? As it's just rising. That lets you already know what it is. But it's no level of trying to fit in with that while children are suffering that, you know, that can continuously be ignored. You know what I'm saying? It can't happen no more. You know, this is all children, not just organic children, unnatural children too. This can't be, y'all. Like y'all, nothing hurts my soul more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like y'all have no idea. You know, but y'all will know though. As my anatomy changed fully out, y'all will definitely. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and place for everything, and time ain't real. You know, so energy cycles. You feel me? It's basically here, you know, and it's a lot of us that's gonna be involved with this shit. Not every neuromelanated being is gonna have their so-called powers, you know. I'm gonna let y'all know that because it's a lot of us that don't even have discipline enough and we use it wrong, even towards their own brother and sister. You feel me? So that ain't happening with all of us just because we the son in the flesh, you know. Why it offends anybody in any shape, way, or form in which they hear it. You get what I'm saying? Like this is science. This is, you know what I'm saying? I like I told y'all, if you neuromelanin is condensed sunlight. You can look it up. You get what I'm saying? Why y'all think in slavery times they didn't want us to look them in their eyes? You know, they knew we emit radiation from our eyes. Everything that sun emits, I emit and I absorb it also. You get what I'm saying? My green veins, this radiation, I'm the Hulk. You get what I'm saying? For real, for real. What powered up Superman, y'all? The sun. But what they make Superman? A white man. The Stan Lee that wrote that, you think he didn't know anything about genetics? And what us so-called black people did? Come on now, y'all. This is real. This ain't me being cocky or nothing. You know what I mean? I happen to be who I am, you know? But I didn't even know who I am. So, you feel me? Like this is just some, like, damn, I knew we was great, but we really great type shit. But it's not even that shocking because you are who you are. And once you remember who you are, it's just you become aligned with that, you know? So it's like, it wasn't like I found out a lot of this stuff that I can do in my whole form, not in the docile state that I'm in right now. Like, it wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that shocking to me, but at the end of the day, y'all, because I'm more focused on us just all becoming more aligned, right? You know, it already speaks about how great black people are with everything against us, and how we adapted the stuff that was supposed to break us. You know, yesterday, still today, and then we almost make it. The hell that we're living in, all of what we're capitulating in, you know, this educational system, this judicial system, this political system, the foods we eat, you know what I'm saying, all the headed monsters, that's regular deemed reality stuff that's in place, you know, or enforced, you know, towards our destruction, towards each other, right? Like all of this shit, you know, as all of this crashes, it's gonna get real hectic, y'all. It's gonna get real hectic, you know. Like I tell people all the time, like these new colors that you're seeing in the sky right now as the sun is setting and rising. What do you think those colors mean? You know, it's wild because I'm seeing so much people celebrate this. I can never say the name, y'all. What is it? Aurora Bellis, Borealis, whatever. But you know what I mean? A lot of people are looking at these colors and seeing this, but they not even knowing what this means, you know? Like, it's dangerous to be outside right now if you have animal DNA. With these solar flares, these sunspots, you know what I'm saying? With our the solar cycle right now, it's dangerous, you know? But I guarantee y'all, let me tell y'all something. People are so programmed, right? I guarantee y'all, if they got on every news station right now at the same exact time, and they told everybody the truth, like, and what's happening, and how it coincides with who has a biological identification to the planet and who doesn't. Like, if they was to say that right now, right, and if they was to say anybody that has animal DNA, don't go outside, even if the sun isn't out, because you can't run from ionized particles, but you don't want to speed up the process of what's happening for the worst of your anatomy, I guarantee you people would still be outside. I guarantee y'all people wouldn't believe it. That's how docile everybody is right now, you know? You gotta think about it. Majority of people have undeveloped brains. Their attention span is short. They only could worry about what's in front of them in the moment. So like, I'm telling y'all, most people, majority of people as a collective, people you wouldn't see, and if you would, you wouldn't see it immediately. You would see it settle in, kind of like how the information is now, how people are starting to act different, people starting to have more respect for us and stuff like that, because, you know what I mean, of what I just said, you know? People are in shock. You know, an unnatural person told me the other day. He said that they're grieving. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah. You know, I try to put myself in people's shoes the best I can, y'all. And one of the things that I do know is this. Like, let's say, like, I'm like, okay, if I was any race with animal DNA, right? And I didn't, and my anatomy wasn't conducive to changes that's taking place on the planet, right? And I found that out. I looked that up myself, and I saw it to be true. And while it's coming out, it's still being hidden as if it's not truth, right? And I was unnatural, and it was making me mad, you know, or I was feeling some type of way about myself, right? I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I literally would be like, I would be, first off, I would be mad at myself for how could, because this is stuff that I tell myself even as a neuromelanated being, like, damn, you know, how could I forget myself this much, that all this information that I know that was already in me, like, I had to remember, like, how was the damage to me that bad? Like, it's not accepting for me just to be like, oh, well, my mom and dad was lost and they taught me this way, so, like, that's not even good enough for me, you feel me? Like, how hard I am on myself. So I really be thinking about it from that standpoint. Like, I would be like, nah, I would still be mad at myself that I forgot who my forefathers are, and that even if I didn't think about it, I was creating a narrative in how I live my life as if my forefathers are the same forefathers as these people, or as if my forefathers didn't do some of the things that's still harmful to these people today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be mad at myself firsthand, and then I'd be like, all right, I know I can't stop what's inevitable, right? But what can I do to bring awareness to this around what these people are facing, you know, off of what's been done to them and off of them figuring out who they are, again, remember who they are and what's really being done to their planet and their children. You know what I'm saying? Right? But we know accountability with the complex cell organism has never been that. We know that, you know, the multicellular organism, the eukaryotic cell. That's why in the hospitals everybody's mentally and medically evaluated from a eukaryotic cell standpoint, you know, as if the prokaryotic cell, the single cell organism, just doesn't exist, right? You know, like, let's be real right now, y'all. Like, it's so much damage that's being, as 3333 when I said that, damage that's been done, you know. You know, I'm just happy it's happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that people's cognitive dissonance and our Stockholm syndrome isn't slowing the process down, not one bit. You know, I'm grateful for that, for children's sake. You know, not even for myself, but for children's sake, all children's sake. You know, I'm grateful for that, because people are so ignorant that they became so connected to something that's so bad. People don't want to accept it in this way of life. Saying broadly, people don't want to accept it, and that's true. But Mother Nature ain't hearing none of that shit. The sun ain't hearing none of that shit. This radiation that's here right now, with the ozone layer being peeled back at the same time, ain't hearing none of that shit. You know, these ionized particles are coming fast as hell, top speeds that they damn near can't even track. You know what I mean? Dense as anything. You know, hitting that anatomy from the inside out. You know, UVC radiation is different than UVA and UVB, you know? And for real. So it's like, you know, it hurts me when it's some of us that's still though in a standpoint where it's like, I'm gonna be straightforward, like, because I'm hard on like when I deal with ignorance from the complex cell organism, I don't get mad. I'm just like, damn, they can't. Especially right now, I'm like, I can't suppress whatever animal is trying to express themselves in that moment. You know, I don't take it personally, but like literally, as far as us, I take that shit personally. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't care how much a neuromelanated being wants to act dumb or play whatever, regardless of how much money they have, wherever their ego comes from. You get what I'm saying? In the wrong way of it being used, because having an ego isn't wrong. It's just what do you have an ego about? You know, you can have a righteous ego. You know, pride's not good though. But literally though, you know, where we're at right now, it's like I be seeing us, y'all, and in the areas that I'm in and stuff, I see the people from when they first heard me say something, and then as time went on and certain stuff plays out, because I know even now with certain people, that's why I told y'all time ain't real, but that's my biggest weapon, because what y'all used against me, and that time got more control over y'all than religion do. Like, let's be real, right? I'm using it against y'all, and I'm gonna play y'all same game as this shit play out, because Mother Nature already decided what she's doing. Fate is sealed right now. You feel me? ain't no anybody could say sorry on either side. However, so too much children, wild stuff has happened to them. You know, too much damage have been done to the planet. Too much trees have been cut down while they're still being cut down, right now. You know, so that shows you like a lot of the stuff that has the consequences on the planet, and along with all living organisms right now and stuff like that. So it can clean out what's supposed to be here, what's not supposed to be here, and all of that, right? This 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 wasn't something that was just like randomly done or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? This shit ain't random. You know, this shit ain't random at all, y'all. You know, that's why I say it's only a matter of time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch a little bit rest of this play out. You get what I'm saying? I'm the type of grateful, because I'm very selfless, right? The type of grateful, the type of heart I have, y'all. I don't care if I wasn't here or not. I'm grateful that all children are gonna be safe, you know, and everything gonna be in this natural order. You know what I mean? And for my religion people, however you look at that negative energy of the devil or the jinn or whatever, I'm happy that ain't gonna be here no more. You know, to go in anybody for any matter, cause any destruction, deception, confusion in any way. You feel me? So I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm grateful for that, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, this shit should have been happening if you ask me. You feel me? But shout out to the human beings though that be posting stuff, even though they don't want to say stuff straightforward. But y'all do your Lord due diligence or whatever. Like, you know, shout out Mr. MB33V or whatever. Shout out you, yo, because you be telling your people, but you don't want to tell your people exactly what it is and shit. I feel you. You feel me? Like, I feel you. You know. Same with Ralph Smart. I remember when, you know what I'm saying, since way back when you was talking about the cat down the road. You feel me? Like, I fuck with you and all of that, but I know you say stuff without saying it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I know if you was to say certain stuff about genetics and the way of the changes that's taking place, you know, and how it really fits, a lot of your people wouldn't rock with you. You know what I mean? That's why I know it's a lot of people that don't rock with me, because I don't give a fuck about your personal feelings. I'm telling it from a straightforward standpoint. You know what I mean? This shit ain't. I'm not saying this because what I'm telling y'all, like, this shit ain't how I personally feel. This is shit that's in me and is being brung out for me, for y'all to know, as a neuromelanated being, as a son in the flesh. You feel me? Down to my atoms, my cells. Like I could, a lot of information that I have been holding, you know, like, I will give out, but I haven't been holding that information to be selfish, because if so, I wouldn't have been giving y'all Lord bits and pieces of stuff that I've been giving y'all over these past years about where we're at right now, even beforehand. You feel me? Motherfuckers can't call me selfish. I've been in the worst states, you feel me? Looking out for people information wise to help them, like, carelessly, like, look, you know what I mean? I know I'm going through whatever, but how am I going to help the next person? You know what I'm saying? It's like real shit. So it's like, I don't be taking none of that. That's why I don't be feeling no type of way, people that don't know me, because they hear a piece or something of what I say without knowing me entirely and stuff, of like trying to like write me out like I'm a bad person. I help too much people, you know? It's been endless complex cell organism beings that you know, they spoke with me however so, and like they started crying speaking to me, you know, not even themselves knowing how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually one of the things that they actually say to me a lot. Like, I knew it was bad with they never say species, but they say race. But I know what they mean when they say it, when they're speaking about my people to your people. And they're like, but I didn't know it was that bad. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I appreciate them listening and stuff like that when I break it down to your T and everything about really what happened, how we really got in this state that we're in of division and everybody living off of us and shit like that. You feel me? So it's just like, what's wild is like, also I'll say this, like, I don't want y'all gotta realize, like, unnatural people, I judge a person off their character, like what type of person they are first and foremost, right? So like, I don't want nothing to happen to no unnatural people, but I know the sun has decided to separate us in this way, not even because of what y'all have done or still doing as y'all facing consequences right now, on a biological level, but because of how much y'all fucked us up for us to be against each other as organic people. Like, the sun is like, man, y'all fucked the organic people up so bad that they so divided that it's a lot of the organic people going along with y'all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Forgetting who they are and thinking this is the way to go. You feel me? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is deeper than that. This is why we gotta to separate. The sun is like, nah, the damage has been done to us so bad. It's been like elderly people, y'all. That's like, and bless their hearts. You gotta realize, like, it's a lot of the elders. They've been in this monetary system longer than us. A lot of stuff has been pressed on them, like the first starts of it. You know what I'm saying? Which makes it more like of a what's the word I'm looking for? A sentimental, like, connection to, you know what I'm saying, or how to go about things, of a thought process. So when you explain it to them and how it's outdated, they don't feel like it's outdated. Like a lot of these programs have been instilled. Psychological damage is the worst damage, y'all. It's way worse than physical, right? So it's like, you got to really realize what's been done. So that's why this is happening, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is happening. Like, I guarantee y'all, like, a lot of times, like, even in that video I just post of me getting harassed by that slave catcher, right? I told him what it was, and on video, as far as the date. Y'all might have heard him say the first date beforehand, but I don't know I think it caught it when he tried to switch the dates up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm gonna tell him, I just said, but I'm gonna make it seem like I'm on this da so he can come earlier, and I can lock him up for that, make it seem like he out of place and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is crazy, y'all. But it just shows you, I be seeing, like, the animosity, like the resentment. You know what I'm saying? Of people, like, going out their way trying to do certain stuff, and I'm just like, man, with all the information that I have and who I am to the planet and what I'm supposed to be, even if I even reach all of that or not, but it's been shown to me already, right? Coming against me right now, like, you can really shorten your life, like, real fast, And I don't even be going around telling people that I'm walking calm or anything like that, how you treat me, you feel me? But trust me, them people that know, they know. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they act like, even a lot of people down to bus drivers and everything. You know what I'm saying? That how they dealt with me, and then they became completely different. Because it's like, I'm nobody special, y'all. It's a lot of us neuromelanated beings that's like that. Sure, it's a lot of unnatural people that's like that. They still got a spirit. You can't just be doing certain stuff that the people foully, like, I'm talking y'all evil people out there, regardless of your genetic makeup, that be doing wild shit, like, you know what I mean, trying to fuck people over, create a lot of stuff. You do it to the wrong person, and something would just happen to you, for real, like. So y'all really gotta be careful with that, y'all really gotta be careful with that. But yeah, yo, I've been on here for 44.4. When I said that, that's how I know the way these numbers are lining and shit. That's how, I haven't spoke to y'all in probably like 11. I want to say like 11 days. I'm about to say 9, but I think it's been like 11. I'm just protecting my energy, y'all. I'm just protecting my energy. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, as far as like the mother of my child, anything, even though I see you for exactly who you are and stuff, and I've been for a while and stuff, I told you, like, I'm not after you or anything. I don't know how much times I gotta say it, as far as me venting from a standpoint about what you did to me, like if that offends you, I'm sorry, you know. But when I be talking about that stuff, of course, what was done to me, what I'm getting out of, what I'm still healing from. But you're not the only person that has narcissistic ways, as far as like from like a woman's standpoint, during at the men out here in the world. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you be seeing people be saying stuff. It'd be like a lot of, you know, like it's a lot of men that's even way worse off than me, or even have worse stories. You know, maybe even married, multiple kids with women that did some foul stuff. You know, took their money, all types of stuff. So it's like, you know, like it's a real thing that goes on. I just happened to go through it, you know, with my first child, with somebody that, you know, I thought I was gonna spend the rest of my life with. But I'm not after you though. Like I decided a long time ago, Issa, that last time you was messing while I was on the phone, and you did it 2 times already, and I'm not even gonna repeat what you was doing, but those sexual acts on the phone and stuff, I literally said, like, you know what I'm saying, you didn't realize what it was, but I literally said that after I hung up that phone, I'm talking about before the last time I seen you with some of the people you was having the threesomes with, all that wild shit and stuff. Before all of that, before the time before that, I kissed you on the forehead, but you felt that kiss because you knew that shit was done. You know, that was like my last touch to you. That's why I even kissed you like that, because I was just like, I realized what I was dealing with before I even knew. I didn't even know what a narcissist stuff was. I was so confused. You remember when you sat in the chair when you came to my apartment in Leesburg, you know, after the setup and stuff, and how you gave those crocodile tears, those fake tears, knowing the deception and manipulation, and me still not even knowing exactly what was really going on. Like, you know, it's foul from so much different levels, like a million different levels that I could really speak to you about. But I'm saying though, you know, way back then I was already done. So now as it's catching up to you now, and it's like all of these years, you know, I had to locate you. I had to hire this private investigator. Like my private investigator, when you didn't want to open that door, he was on the phone with me. You hear me? That's who put the summons on the door. Like it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? So when you was acting like that, like the stuff you was saying in court and stuff, I'm just thinking to myself, like, you look crazy as hell. Like I know a lot about you that I'm not even gonna say on here. Like that if I wanted to get you, I could have got you. I could have made that call. You know. I still have ties. You right? You know what I mean? Like I'm not on that though. I matured a lot. You know. I'm still growing. I got a lot more growing to do. Right. But at the same time, I need you to be good for our child. You know, I know it's just catching up to you. Like you destroyed your own family, and you gotta live the rest of your life, maybe not ever even talking to me again or seeing me again. But you know what I mean? It started off a punishment. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, this, I'm a punisher like this, da da da. But as I matured, and I'm still maturing, it went from that to like, no, this is just the best decision. You know, I spoke with a lot of people, even individually, from a lot of different standpoints, and about the situation, as far as like, can it even work out for the kids' sake and stuff like that, if you go about being with a person, you know, when infidelity was there and stuff like that. And majority of the answers I got was, a lot of times it won't even work for a kid, even if y'all try to do it for a kid. Like if it's real pain there, real damage that's been done, real disrespect, especially a lot of y'all women don't get, but as soon as you as a woman give yourself that, you allow another man to touch you, you allow another man to penetrate you, that does something to your man's brain. He'll never look at you the same. It's usually done after that. That's the worst thing that you can do to a man, even if you're not married to him. That man cares about you, you do that, it's usually not the same. It's a wrap. So that's why it's like, it just shows how careless y'all are, a lot of y'all women that jump out there and then want to cry crocodile tears when that man is completely changed in ways that you wouldn't see. And then all of a sudden you want another chance, even if you didn't go through a whole bunch of million men after to see that, and it was just you doing it the one time. Like, they don't be the same. You know, you got to respect people that respect you. You know. You said, can I search your name? Why would you want me to search your name? Why do you want me to search your name? Why are you asking it? What of all things that ask right now? You know. Why you feel that I need to do that? For what reason? And then you said it 3 times. Can you search my name, please? Can you? I don't know, but yeah, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, so you get what I'm saying. Over time, I realized the best decision for me to make. You get what I'm saying, for my mental health, is to just, you know what I mean, keep you separated completely out of my life, even if we have a child, for the rest of my life, for my mental health. Because still, the pain that you caused me, the chemical imbalance in my brain, even though I did transmute and alchemize a lot, it's still not it's still not healthy for you to be around me. I don't think so. I don't think it's safe either. So I feel the best decision is for it to be how it is. You know what I'm saying? Even after Zion is 18 and all of that or whatever, like, even still, like, that's the best decision. You know, I know why. My only reason for meeting you was for me to learn the lessons, to have more self-love, no matter how much I care for a person or see potential in a person, and to have Zion. Zion's a super baby, you know that. So, like, that's pretty much it. You know, that's pretty much it. And I know it's gonna be kind of hard for you. You get what I'm saying? I already know, because you're not as strong as I am to deal with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your skin isn't as thick as me, but it's all good though. You'll learn. You know, you got to go through things to learn things. You know. So I wish you well. You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out all the. Make sure I clear up anything, because before I get off of here, like, I might not even get on for like another 6 months. So I'm just want to make sure, like, because I'm on my main objective. Y'all got to remember, like, I'm waiting on getting this DNA test. I'm about to get back in my troops life. As soon as I'm back in my troops life, I don't got no time for y'all. I'm being real with y'all. As soon as I'm back with the troopy troops, it's just about the troops. You feel me? Like, all that other shit is next shit. Like, I'm not on none of that. I just want to get back to being a dad, for real, for real. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what my son about. You know what I'm saying? See what he loves, see how he's enjoying life and all of that. You know what I mean? And that's it. All the other stuff is irrelevant. So yeah, this is for you to hear that though. He said, like, I'm not after you. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of you being a bot, like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I really saw it from the jump start when I beat those gun cases, when you came into the courtroom with the belly shirt and shit. And I thought that I was about to be gone for like 40 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. You know, and I'm looking at you like, why the fuck is you dressed like this? Why we ain't, like, you looking crazy? Like, that told me everything I needed to know there before anything, for real. But it's like I told y'all, life happens in ways for lessons to be taught that's needed, you know? So as all these changes, as we get in, but really, I'm gonna say this too, like, really, tomorrow's not a new year, right? You know, that's like Western ideology, infringed ways. You know what I'm saying? Really, tomorrow's not really the new year. You feel me? But if you want to look at it like that, you're not wrong for trying to have what do you call it? What are those goals called? I'm gonna just say just regular goals, New Year goals. But you should already try to have new goals in general in life. You know what I mean? Regardless, like, you should always try to get new goals. You should always try to challenge yourself to be better. You know, for you to have goals or challenge yourself to be better, you don't got to be rich to do that. You know, even to accomplish them, you don't. You know, so that's very important. You know, keep shining. You know, keep having growth. You feel me? Keep being great. You know, as far as anybody that I'm not talking to, even besides that person that I mentioned, if I'm not talking to you, it's like I said, like, I'm just real protective over my energy, and I'm gonna be honest, even while I'm at work and stuff, y'all, like, I really don't like small conversations no more. Like if somebody talks to me about, like, small conversations and tries to have like a big conversation about it, it hurts my head because I'm like, it's like unnecessary energy. No, it's not unnecessary energy. It's energy used wrong. Like that's how it feels to me. You know what I mean? Because how advanced I am with knowing a lot of stuff, it's like I'd be like, why are we talking about this while all of this is going on? You know what I mean? Like that's how I be feeling. And then I start feeling like I'm dumbing myself down. Like I'm not trying to be arrogant or cocky or anything like that. I'm humble as shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling y'all the truth. That's how I be feeling. So I don't be liking lower conversations about stuff that really don't matter while main events is taking place. I'm gonna just say it like that. You feel me? But everybody should just really challenge yourself. You know what I mean? Really challenge yourself. You know, and I'm gonna leave y'all with that. You know, this is a little review points with RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. Hope everybody enjoy their day for real. Be great and they get to your next day, especially if you neuromelanated or you melanated. You know what I'm saying? And even my human beings, y'all know I fuck with y'all on here. I'm just shouting out. Y'all know even on when I say my calling, that's why I say guys and goddesses, then I say human beings. I shout out my organic people first because, like I said, in any city or state, right? What's the main races that's in those jails, in any city state? Black and Latino, right? So that's neuromelanated and you're melanated. You know, that's not by accident. You know, it would be ignorant for anyone to say, "Oh, all Black and Latino people are causing the most." Let me break this down. With that being what I just said, because this is crazy, right? But it's real. For me breaking that down, like how any state in the 50 states, the majority of people in all the jails, right, are all Black and Latino, neuromelanated and you're melanated, right? The irony of that, right? How is that possible when they're not even when us organic people, neuromelanated, Black or Latino, aren't even the leading killers or murderers in the world, even while we're harming each other? How does that add up, right? It kind of makes you think, you know? It kind of makes you think a little bit. It'd be a lot of stuff just like that. If y'all really just, it don't be rocket science, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad that everything that I spoke about, you get what I'm saying? Well, not everything I spoke about, but a lot of stuff that I spoke about, that y'all seeing it for like what it is now and shit like that. And I love the fact that it's not just organic people talking about it, because the fact that when you see white people talking about it, like, man, I saw this white woman, I was playing this little video earlier, and this white woman, man, I never heard a white woman explain it, a natural person in general, but with a white woman that said it so well about what it feels like now as everything is crashing. She even broke it down from a standpoint of her just going along like everything is everything and calling out like her own peers. And she didn't say it from like a genetics or race, like she was said like everybody, but she was talking about it like basically how people are more crazy for all the information coming out and still acting it like everything is fine, or we're not going where we're going, or what it's going to look like even 5 years from now, right? Yeah, like she was like, I love the way she explained it, but it's real though, y'all. You know, even down to that last cough you just heard. You know, it's real. It's like it's one of them. It's the shift. You know, but just be grateful it's happening, and if you're neuromelanated, definitely be grateful for that, because there ain't nothing more valuable than that right now going forward, to be organic to the planet, to be able to go forward. Right, but even if you're a complex cell organism, I know it's a hard pill to swallow, that you've been created to do bidding on a planet against a certain species. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I really don't have no words. You know, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I try to make up something to make y'all feel better or anything like that. You know what I mean? I try to keep it as real with y'all as I can, you know, and I really have nothing to say towards that. So there's a viewpoints of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings.